Was that film scores?
Yes. So we do have 3 drafts, or I did have 3 drafts slated for this evening as well. I don't know if you guys prepared, but I did. Absolutely. And I thought these would be fun ones. One is something that we talk about a lot on the show in film scores. One is more timely with holiday and Christmas movies. And then in light of like Gladiator 2 and in fact, all of this year, fun fact about this year in film, the top 10 movies, highest grossing movies of the year are all sequels. So I thought it would be a little fun to do like best sequel films as a draft as well. So that's what we've got on the docket. I have not decided the orders yet because we do it authentically in front of everybody.
Dude, if I don't get
on a wheel.
If I don't get the 1-1 on best sequels, I'm gonna cry because there's such an obvious 1-1.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But we're gonna do film scores first, if that's okay with you guys.
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Which one?
Oh!
Which one were we starting with?
Film scores. So Murphy, you got the number.
Okay,
You got
cool.
the 1-1. You got the 1-1. That's pretty big.
That's
pretty
interesting.
big. It's pretty big.
Uh-huh.
We can close that out. Okay. And then this is for the 1-2 and the 1-3. All right, that's big. I get the 1-2 here.
This is for the whole film score, right? Not just like one song.
Correct. For the entire score, not just one theme. And it's one film. So like John Williams' Star Wars doesn't count. You would have to pick one of the films.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right, Burfy, you're on the clock. I feel like I know what this is going to be, though.
You can write it down for me then.
Yeah, it's Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring.
Yeah, which one do you want?
He's probably gonna say Return of the King. Actually,
I think Return of the King has the most epic. I think.
yeah, I think so too. I enjoyed the Return of the King soundtrack more.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. So great pick. In my opinion, that's also the greatest score of all time, especially when you combine all 3 of them together. It's some of the greatest attention to detail and everything. So great pick. I have a number of ways that I can go here. I actually have a couple sleeper picks that I might choose later.
Snipe me, I feel like.
Maybe, but I don't know, because there's actually one, if we're thinking of the same composer, there's actually one that I kind of prefer over the other one that would be expected of me.
You think
maybe
I'm gonna take.
But I'm going to let you pick what you want, because I'm going to take one that really floored me this year, that came out this year, and has been really fantastic. And I think it's just such a farce that it is not going to be taken seriously come award season. That's going to be Dune 2 by Hans Zimmer as the composer.
Mm-hmm. Is it Hans with a Z or an S?
It might be an S. You're right.
I think it's an S.
I have it spelt with a Z for some reason on my notes.
Okay.
Nah, I have to take Revenge of the Sith here.
All right.
It's easy. I actively listen to this soundtrack just in my playlist. The Jedi Temple March, the
Battle of the
Order
Heroes.
66, Battle of the Hero. I think Order 66 is so slept on in that it's so tonally sad, and it sets the scene so well.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, probably Halloween for like the best war.
Oh, that
movie
is
score.
good. That's a good one.
Is that what you're picking?
And not just the like main theme, but like when he's chasing them and it's like the dun like that, like it goes super well.
And it was Carpenter who composed that, right?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, so I wasn't even going to pick Star Wars for John Williams. And that's what I was kind of referring to when I was talking about my second pick.
You can only use one person. Okay, I didn't realize that.
No. I wasn't going to do one per franchise, yes. But certain composers they have so many iconic ones. I wasn't going to limit us for that. But yes, I'm not going to be picking Star Wars further. I wasn't going to pick Star Wars initially anyway. I do have other John Williams scores on here listed though, but I'm gonna take another one that in recent years the film came out last year. Again, just a really haunting and beautiful score, and that's Oppenheimer, Ludwig Göransson.
Yeah, Oppenheimer's really good.
Yeah, a really good soundtrack.
Okay. I have both of my picks ready.
Right.
The God.
The Godfather, good pick.
And who scored?
And
Who composed?
Nino.
You.
ROTA.
Yeah, he's dying. He just died, and then he came back and said ROTA.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Nino Rota.
Okay. All right.
I was
Fantastic.
confused.
No, yeah,
Anyways,
yeah. You were completely cutting out there, but
Okay, Nino Rota and Harry Potter and a Half-Blood Prince.
okay. Who composed that?
I believe. Let me check, but I believe it was John Williams.
No, John Williams did the first 2 or 3,
Okay,
and then
okay.
it was Tom Hooper. No, not Tom Hooper. Nicholas Hooper did a couple of them, but I don't think
Nicholas
he did.
Hooper. It was.
It was
yeah,
okay.
Nicholas Hooper. Yeah. Yeah, it was Hooper. Yeah.
Nicholas Hooper.
There's Nicholas. Yeah. There's a lot of fantastic music. In
Yeah.
Half-Blood Prince.
Yeah. It was one of the things that I noticed a lot more on this recent watch through. I guess that's something that I didn't mention is that I did rewatch all 8 Harry Potter films in 3 days during the hiatus. Okay. And I did give it my definitive ranking or re-ranking of them.
I want to hear that.
Yeah, I'll mention it. I'll say it in between the drafts, but while we're still doing this, I want to keep on the topic. Man, and this might be at the point where I start doing some fun picks. No, we're gonna do one more classical type of pick, and that's going to be John Williams' score. And man,
you can't do it. You can't take it. You cannot take it.
Why?
You can't take it. It's mine. You can't take it. It's mine.
Well, man, I'm sorry. I just, man, it is.
You can't take Jaws from me.
No, it's not Jaws. It's Jurassic Park.
Okay. I thought I might get him to take Jaws, and no.
Oh, you were trying to reverse psychology?
Yeah.
Wow.
I wanted Jurassic Park.
I think that's probably my favorite of anything John Williams has done holistically is Jurassic Park.
See, there are a lot of options here. I could go G-Force. I think. Look, I know I'm the horror movie guy, so this is gonna be really fucking like predictable of me. But I am gonna go ahead and snipe Roofy here and take Saw because Saw was really good.
Composer
would be Charlie Clouser.
Of course, I'm not surprised this clown is taking my pick. Obviously.
And then there's so many good ones. I think I'm gonna keep my other horror pick as the Mr. Irrelevant pick here. Or do I have? Yeah, I do. I don't. Yeah, I do have the Mr. Irrelevant pick. But I think what I'm gonna take for my 4th round pick is gonna be Moneyball with Michael Dana.
Okay. Really memorable main theme there. And this is a really tough one, this draft, because there are so many great musical scores. And so it's really tough to do 5 rounds.
Bigger, Longer, and Uncut has an amazing composer.
All right. I'm not familiar, but that's interesting.
It's
for
a musical,
sure.
But yeah.
So I will not overlap on people that I've currently picked, but like Hans Zimmer has just a number of just really incredible stuff, including in Interstellar. And John Williams as well, like also doing Raiders of the Lost Ark and Indiana Jones films and so many other works. Home Alone even has a really nice score there. But I'm gonna take a different route here, and I'm going to do a couple of sleeper picks that I don't think are going to be on either of your guys' radar.
Let's see it.
But they are, again, film scores that I have come to love this year. Not films that come out this year, but films that I have seen for the first time this year. And afterwards, I did listen to these scores a lot. And one of them is actually in a movie that's not very good in my opinion, but it's Alien Covenant.
And it's so movies
You're
not very
taking
good,
Alien Covenant,
but the
not
scores.
Alien?
That's why I said I'm taking a sleeper pick. But I think Alien Covenant score is really, really good if you listen to it. It's really good. So yeah, Jed Kurzel, Alien Covenant. And for that matter, Prometheus too has a really, really great score. Again, the film's not very good in my opinion, but the score, the music, and that whole franchise is fantastic.
All right, time for Broofy to take a Conjuring movie.
It's not Conjuring.
It wouldn't be a bad pick.
I am going for, well, I'm going back to back. First, I'm going with Pan's Labyrinth, composers Javier Navarrete. And where is my other pick?
Oops, not underscore. Like that?
Where's my, oh, okay, here it is. Let me see. No, it's not Navarrete. It's Nava with a V.
Okay.
So it's Nava, R-E, or sorry, it's Nava, R-E-T-E.
Okay.
Beautiful. Oh, it's 2 R's, but anyway. And my last pick, and let me just make sure nobody picked this. Okay. Interstellar by Hans Zimmer.
Yeah, I figured.
Mentioned it earlier for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I double checked because I thought I was going crazy. There you go.
Oops. Yeah, definitely worthy of being drafted. And again, there are just so many scores worthy of being drafted. It's so tough leaving some of these off the board. Like another film from this year, but Furiosa with Tom Hulkenberg was on my list. Justin Hurwitz, his scores in Damien Chazelle films like La La Land and Babylon, I think is really worth mentioning. Michael Giacchino has done some fantastic stuff, especially in the animated realm with, I believe he did Up, he did Ratatouille. But the Batman is one of those iconic ones as well, in my opinion. Danny Elfman for Spider-Man, the Sam Raimi trilogy, I think is really great work. Again, more Hans Zimmer stuff, and Johan Johansson is another perfect example who's worked with Denis Villeneuve quite a bit on Arrival and Prisoners. There are just so many great composers. But I'm gonna take another one that I said sleeper pick. It's a movie that I finally watched this year, and I think the music in the film is just unbelievable stuff, and works to such a it aids the film so much, especially in that third act, and that's going to be Annihilation, and the composer is Ben Salisbury. Okay, you're familiar. All right.
It's okay.
I did not.
This is gonna be one. Broofy still hasn't seen this movie, as far as I'm aware, and I don't know if this just necessarily deserves to be drafted, but I thought it was a really fucking amazing score, especially in the latter half of the movie. But I'm gonna be taking Speak No Evil with Daniel Bensi as the composer.
All right.
This is my this movie's like the apple to my eye. It's not objectively special in any way, but I love it.
Yeah. All right.
Alexa, turn off lights.
Bensi, Bensi.
Okay. I was gonna say CY, so.
You disagree with that take, I feel.
No, it's fine. I'm just really surprised by the pick. That's all.
I feel like you. I thought you were gonna be surprised by Moneyball.
I mean, I didn't have it written down, but that main theme is really iconic, so I understand that pick as well. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. This is I think this really does speak to each of our takes in a way. or tastes rather. So,
No, I
Yeah.
mean like, no, I mean like the movie itself is it good.
Speak No Evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good movie. It's funny movie. This is
I
the
watched it
movie that
a
has the
lot.
"You blew up my car, you cheeky cunt." That line.
Yeah.
Oh, that yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah. Good ass movie.
That I remember.
Yeah. So, to recap,
How could I forget that?
Dude,
again, so
okay, I
many.
will say this. After rewatching it multiple times, the scene that I just consistently die laughing at is the fucking Cotton-Eye Joe scene, dude. That shit is so fucking funny. He yells at a kid for not dancing properly. Just like it's just two kids dancing. He starts yelling at this kid for dancing wrong.
He just
Like,
fucking crashes out.
oh, dude,
Oh my god. My
that shit
problem
is so fucking funny.
my problem with that scene was how fucking annoying it was in the trailer and watching that trailer for 4 months on nonstop in movie theaters. Oh my god, man.
Right.
I look
Yeah, they've forgotten that, Joe.
I have spoken ad nauseum at this point about how annoyed I was every screening, not just on the podcast, not just on the show, but in my personal life. Everybody I know knows about how annoyed I was by that movie trailer. Man, fucking crazy. But all right, fun draft, very diverse selection here, so that's always fun. You know, we weren't fighting over picks. We were able to appreciate a lot of different people. Barufi, your first pick was Lord of the Rings: Return to the King by Howard Shore. Then in round 2, The Godfather by Nino Rota. Round 3, Half Blood Prince by Nicholas Hooper. In round 4, Pan's Labyrinth by Javier Navarrete. And in round 5, Interstellar by Hans Zimmer. I had the second overall pick, so I took Dune 2 by Hans Zimmer. Then in the second round, Oppenheimer by Ludwig Göransson. In round 3, Jurassic Park by John Williams. In round 4, Alien Covenant by Jed Kurzel. And in round 5, Annihilation by Ben Salisbury. And Jacob had the third overall pick. In the first round, he took Revenge of the Sith by John Williams. Second round, Halloween by John Carpenter. Round 3, Saw by Charlie Clouser. Round 4, Moneyball by Michael Dana. And round 5, Speak No Evil by Daniel Bensi. Fun fact about Jed Kurzel as well is that his brother Justin Kurzel is the guy who directed The Order, which I talked about earlier in the show. And he did the score in that one too. Really good score. So fun stuff. Before we move on, I do want to enlighten Barufi on my Harry Potter ranking because I said I would.
Yes, I want to hear it.
So
I mostly
see.
agree with it. I just think Changeverse Secrets should be higher.
So, and none of these are negatively rated. So I enjoy all of them. So
Except
just keep that in
for
mind.
Sorcerer's Stone.
You don't, but I think it's fun. So
Terrible.
number 1 is
It's
Harry Potter
not.
and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Obviously,
Ooh,
right?
Prisoner of Azkaban, first one.
Yeah, obviously.
I have it in my top 3, but it's not my top one. I think I already said that.
It is the most visually striking of the films. It finally gets a serious tone. Alfonso Cuarón is the most competently directed film of the bunch. They're finally becoming more adults, so more adult issues are occurring. Anyway, love the film. Harry Potter and the
Well, it
Order of the
definitely sets the
Phoenix
pace.
is number
It definitely
2.
sets the pace.
Yeah.
Order of the Phoenix. Order of Phoenix is my favorite one.
Yeah, that's number 2 for me. So
Okay.
I'm with you. It's interesting
It's
that
very
David
underrated,
Yates.
right?
Yeah,
We
I don't
can-
know.
it's
I don't
very
know because I
underrated.
feel like it's fairly popular among Harry Potter
You
fans.
think so?
Yeah, maybe I'm wrong, but
I think it's always Prisoner of Azkaban and Goblet of Fire.
see, Goblet of Fire is very controversial because of how different it is
Very
from the book.
controversial. Very controversial.
I mean, they're all pretty distinct from the book. They all have very different events that occur, and some events completely omitted. But Goblet of Fire is one of the most changed, for sure. But look, it funny enough how David Yates isn't really an acclaimed director or anything by that nature, but he does Harry Potter pretty well. I will say that. So, Order of the Phoenix definitely my number 2. Number 3 is The Deathly Hallows Part 2.
Okay.
And then number 4 is The Goblet of Fire.
Okay.
Another one that, to me, even despite all the whatever you want to say about the book, and I don't really care too much about the differences, but it has a lot of visual sauce, so I do like it a lot for that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very exciting, all the Triwiz Cup games.
No, I
Then
agree.
the Philosopher's Stone is number 5.
Mm-hmm.
Number 6 is the Deathly Hallows Part 1. Number 7 is the Chamber of Secrets, and then number 8 is the Half-Blood Prince.
Half-Blood Prince last is kind of nuts. To be
No,
honest.
it's accurate.
It's too.
Other
It's
than Sorcerer's Stone.
Look again. I enjoy the Half-Blood Prince. I think it does really interesting stuff. I love how bleak it is. It is the most bleak.
I said it to my uncle the other day. It by far has the best atmosphere out of all the movies.
Yeah, I can.
Not even close.
I don't know about the
Not even
best,
close.
but I can definitely agree the atmosphere is really good in it. Between that one and Deathly Hallows Part 1, I mean, those are such bleak movies. They like really depressing. Nothing good happens in them. Like it's really emotionally draining to watch.
Right?
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah, but
it's very melancholic.
the problem with it is that nothing really happens for 2.5 hours, and then the final 20 minutes happen, and a lot of shit's thrown in your face.
A
So
lot of shit happens.
that's kind of the frustrating aspect of it. And
But it grew on me for the subsequent watches, right? The first
Sure.
watch, yeah, I was kind of there, right? But the more I watched it, the more I liked it.
Sure.
So.
And again, I still give it a positive rating. I enjoy the film, but definitely for me the weakest of the bunch. That's my ranking.